Hej och välkomna till Slutspelsextra som även denna gång är ett samarbete med Garant. Det har blivit dags att ladda upp inför lördagens final och med mig har vi bjudit in backparet Brian Cooper och Keegan Lowe. Welcome guys.
Hey Albin.
Hey, how's everything days before the finals?
Things are pretty good. Yeah, we're just excited to get going on Saturday there.
Yeah.
Brian, what about you?
Yeah, no, it was a nice little recovery days, and now back to work, and yeah, we're excited for Saturday to get started.
Yeah, it's the first time in the SHL finals for both of you, and for you, Keegan, it's your first year in the league. How has it been for you so far?
It's been pretty good so far. I mean, I've had a good experience so far. Obviously, lucky to be on a team that's been pretty successful the whole time, and it's been an adjustment as the years went on, but I feel like myself, just like the team, is coming together and kind of peaking at the right time here, so it's been good.
Was it as you expected?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't come in with that many expectations. I just knew that, it was a really good league, and that it was a fun place to play with, the fans and the atmospheres and all the buildings, and so that part of it has exceeded expectations, especially in the playoffs here. It's been super fun to play in front of the fans, and all year they've been there for us, and they've definitely taken it another step up in the playoffs too.
And one thing that we have seen during the playoffs is your physical style of play. What do you say about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just part of my game, something that I like to do, and I think it's the playoff kind of style suits my style a lot, so you see a lot more of that out of me. Just playing the same team over and over every night. I think it's something that just helps wear down the other team, and it's it's fun hockey. It's the type of hockey I like to play, so the emotions and the physical side of things is something that really gets me in the game.
And for you, Brian, it's your second playoffs. If you compare those two to each other, how would that sound?
Yeah, I mean, of course, the first one with Oskarshamn in the quarterfinals, it was kind of good. We kind of did the same thing Luleå did to us, taking the number one team to 7 games. But of course, it's a little different this time, being the number one team, and a lot of expectations going into the playoffs versus being able to just kind of play free, and every game that you win is a bonus game for the club and everything like that. So it's been a little bit more pressure this year, but it's been good pressure. I think it's been pressure from ourselves, from within the group, more than the outside pressure. So it's been a lot of fun. I think it's been great to have a team that we know we could win with, and we've been successful with going out through the series. And I think being able to come from behind against Frölunda here, and then be able to close out in 7 games against Luleå. So we got a little taste of both things going into the finals against Skellefteå.
Yeah, and this will be the Växjö Lakers' 4th time in club history in the finals. You will play against a very well-known team. What do you know about the history between Växjö and Skellefteå?
Not like a ton, I guess. I know they've bumped into each other in the finals before, and they've bumped into each other in the semifinals that have maybe not been the best for I'd say it's kind of a 50-50. I know Skellefteå's been they've been to a finals or second place a few times more than Växjö. I feel like Växjö in the history is when they've been making the finals, they've been winning it, versus Skellefteå's been in kind of a mixture back and forth. But they're in a good place to, just like we are, to win it as well. So I mean, they got expectations being the second place team is in the regular season too. So it's a toss up. I think this is the battle that people want to see and that they expected, and it's kind of not every year you get a 1-2 in the final, so it'll be an exciting final.
Yeah, Keegan, what do you know about the history between those two teams?
Yeah, I mean, just little bits here and there. Obviously, they've been one of the best teams in the league this year, so all our games against them were always big games and ones we were amped up for and ready to go. So in that, you hear, guys who have been here for longer talking about some of the battles they've had and playing against them in the playoffs and the finals and stuff. So just like I said, from being a first-year guy here and just going up there and playing the 2 times we did in the regular season, you just kind of felt something bigger there than there was playing against any other teams. And maybe that's part of the history of the battles they've had, or just knowing that we were, in our opinion, the 2 best teams all year, and we were kind of duking it out, going toe to toe for that first spot. So every game we played them already felt like a playoff game. So I'm excited to see the real ones come down.
Yeah, and the first game will be played here in Vida Arena on Saturday. How will it be to once again be playing in front of the home crowd?
Yeah, I mean it'll be awesome. You see, the support from the fans have been awesome. Like I said earlier, it's one of the most exciting parts about this season for me personally, is just playing against a lively crowd every night throughout the year. And just like we've taken those steps in the playoffs, it just seems like every home game and every round as the playoffs have went on, it's just gotten better and better. And it just honestly, it makes me so excited just to see what the atmosphere will be like on Saturday. I know it'll be good. There's no doubts. And you see everybody getting ready and wearing their Lakers gear around town, and have people coming up to you. So it's the best part about playing hockey for sure, is this time of year.
Yeah, Brian, what do you say about the energy that the fans give you?
Yeah, it's special being in Sweden, and I'm sure the rest of Europe too. When it comes to just the fan cheering section, I think that's the biggest thing you hear in the States is how crazy some of the fan sections get, and it's been proven here for us too. I mean, our games against Luleå, they were crazy up there, and then to be able to have it down here as well, I think our fans have been great the whole year. Especially, you maybe wouldn't expect a Monday evening to be the most full arena, but they've been coming out loud and proud, and I'm excited to see this kind of sea of orange we're hearing about. So I think a Saturday afternoon game will be special for Game 1. So I'm excited to see it and hear it.
Yeah, and we actually have a question from one of our fans, and to present it for you this time will be none other than Signe.
Hi, how did you choose your number for the jersey?
Yeah, so the question was, how do you choose your number for your jersey? Start with you, Brian.
I guess I was 12 kind of growing up, and so when I first came over to Sweden in Björklöven, I wanted to be number 13 because I wasn't able to be it, and then Fredrik Andersson was already 13, so I was like, I guess I'll go back to number 12. And then when I went to Oskarshamn, 12 was retired in the rafters, so I was like, I'll just do the classic switch around and be 21, and it kind of went over my head that 21 is a pretty legendary Swedish number. But no, it's been great so far. I like having the 2 digits versus the 1 digit I had through juniors and university in the first couple years pro. So it's been a good Swedish number for me. I've enjoyed it.
And what about you, Keegan?
Yeah, pretty simple for me. My dad played. He was number 4, and so right from day 1 playing hockey, it's all I wanted to wear. When I was a kid, in the start of the season, I'd always, first practice, you'd go there and pick out your numbers, pick out your jersey, and I'd always want to be the first one there to make sure I could get number 4, and there was no question that I was wearing anything different. And I've been super lucky everywhere I've played. It's either been available, or even one time I got traded mid-season, and the guy I got traded for was number 4 on that team as well, so it opened up. So like the chips has just fallen into place, and I couldn't imagine wearing anything different.
Would you guys say that it's really important to get that specific number on the jersey?
Apparently for Keegan it is.
Yeah, clearly more important for me than Brian. No, but it's just something that just kind of, like I said, is my dad's who I looked up to my whole life, still look up to, and it's just something that's really important to me.
Definitely takes a lot of luck, and I think as you're going through, like, just to be able to have throughout like Keegan's career to have number 4 on every jersey that you've had, and it's easy when you're doing stuff, he's got his son Ledger, like, to have just consistent number 4 stuff versus my wife got a playoff jacket in Björklöven that's 12, and then I switched to 21, and it was just like she only can use it for 1 year, and then I got to buy new stuff because the numbers keep changing. But if you can stick with one single number, then you get multiple uses out of it, and it's kind of fun to see it once you retire that just all these number 4 different jerseys is pretty cool.
Yeah, and you two have played with each other through the whole season, and if you have to describe your line mates, how would that sound, Keegan? How would you describe Brian?
As a player or as a person?
Yeah, start with the player. As a player.
Just, someone who's really easy to play with right from when we got put together, just, communicates well with me. And, I think we have, more similar styles of play, just both coming from North America and having the same tendencies. We've played for a few of actually similar coaches too back there. So a lot of the phrases we use to describe plays and stuff on the bench are both, common for us. So I just think, for me at least, we'll see what he says, but it's something that's just been a comfortable thing for me, a welcoming thing, and right from when we started. And like I said, just like the rest of a team, I think we're playing some good hockey right now, and we're getting better and better each round, and that's how you have to do it in playoffs.
And how is he as a person?
Yeah,
today or from the beginning of the season.
I mean, as a person, there might not be as many good things to say. We'll try and we'll try and we'll say the good things about hockey. Sometimes you got to drag them around places. Speed them up a little bit. You're waiting on them a lot, but other than that, everything else is good.
And what about you, Brian? What do you say about Keegan as a person?
Person first?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he's a great guy. I mean, he knows what he likes and what he doesn't like, and he's not afraid to tell you or argue his point. I wish we could have had a mic on him in club with his last 2 days or whatever they've been talking about, just constant bickering back and forth. But it's all in good fun too, and he's a great guy, great husband, great father. So it's been a pleasure getting to know him a little bit more and on and off the ice. And I think the same thing that you get off the ice is the same you get on the ice. Is kind of what you see is what you get. There's nothing that Keegan hides in his game. It's very straightforward. It's very it's simple in what he likes and what he doesn't like and what he's comfortable with, which is great. And like Keegan said too, I think the benefit of being able to speak the same language, of course. So when things get hectic out there, it's a little bit easier to be on the same page. So when you're tired and just spitting out words, it's a little easier to understand. And like you said too, just the style of play that we can do has been a nice benefit when things are going wrong. You can kind of fall back on where he's going to be, and it's been a great partnership through the season.
Yeah, you clearly know each other really good on the ice, but how well do you really know each other? Let's see in Leka barn, leka bäst.
Leka barn, leka bäst, leka bäst.
So the rules are simple. I will ask a question, and the person you think matches with that question, you show the picture of that person.
Okay, got it.
First question: who takes the longest time to prepare for ice practice? Oh, Brian, you wanna comment on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Keegan's just more efficient about what he gets done. I've just kind of dragged my feet some things, or and sometimes I'll blame Freddie. He comes in, I'm trying to get out of there, and then all of a sudden he grabs me for a conversation, and I get stuck, and I'm just not good at cutting the conversation off. But I think, like I said, Keegan's just more of I got this to get done, he does it, and I think then I always end up rushing.
Keegan, do you agree on what Brian says?
Yeah, it's very similar to his answer there. Everything just takes longer than it has to.
Question number 2, who rather gets an assist than score a goal?
Who'd rather get an assist than score a goal?
Yeah, who rather score what do you say?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Neither.
I don't know what you're talking to. We got the defensive gore going here. I'll just vote for myself.
We continue to the third one. Who would have the best chance of surviving on a desert island? Oh, Keegan.
Did you vote for me too?
Yeah, I did. I'm fake Alaskan now. I lost all of my survival skills.
Yeah, I mean,
Keegan's a nomad.
We'll see. I don't even know why you would vote for me. I thought you'd vote for yourself because you're from Alaska, but we'll see if we got put in that spot. I think I believe in myself.
I trust you. He's a father. He's protective now.
Yeah. And who would win in a karaoke contest? Brian on that one.
I don't think it'd maybe be the best, but I think I could put out the performance at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy Brian for me for sure. I would need a perfect song. I don't even know what it would be, but I feel like Brian could do just about anything.
Yeah. Brian, what's your go-to song?
I had a guy in college pour some sugar on me, so I kind of adapted his a little bit. It's been a little good, but then, maybe throw out some country, just drop the voice an octave and just make it simple.
And maybe we will hear it someday.
Maybe. You never know. Poke your head in the O'Leary's karaoke room. You'll find out.
Yeah. And the last question, who scores the first goal on Saturday? Brian again.
I just think I always feel bad sometimes when we get some offensive stuff, and Keegan's, like I said, it's what you see is what you get, and we know we kind of bring out each other, and Keegan's definitely the more steady end of the defensive side and allows me to have some freedom offensively, and he's always the one going like, yep, do whatever you want to do, and I appreciate it, and and I try to return the favor sometimes for him back there too, but I think I definitely get maybe the more of the opportunities to do so.
Yeah, that was all the questions. You think you learned more about each other after this game?
I think it just reinforced of everything we do know about each other. On the same page. I mean, I feel like that's how it's been so far. So it's been good. We haven't had really many instances where we're yelling at each other for something and we're disagreeing. A lot of times we're seeing the same thing, and it's just one of us just has to make the play.
Keegan, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, I think all of our answers were the same. I don't think we disagreed on any of them. I would have liked if he chose me for the last one there, but it's okay. If he ends up scoring the goal, it'll be all right. So we'll see.
Yeah, and I'd be okay with Keegan proving me wrong.
Yeah. And on Saturday, it's time. The first game in the finals against Skellefteå. You have played against them before in the regular season. What will be important when you now will play against them this time? So start with Keegan.
All right, yeah. I mean, it's just taking another step. Like you said, we've been playing good. We've been playing good in the playoffs. I think we've put up some good performances against them this year. But we got to know that they're going to throw everything at us, and they're going to be at their very best when they come out on Saturday. So we just have to make sure we play our style of game and not let them dictate the play. And like I said, just come out, use the energy from the crowd, and be ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Just play our game and don't get roped into what they want to do. And yeah, just feed off of Vita Arena and take care of business at home.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tack som fan.
Och vi ses på lördag 15:15 släpps pucken här i Vida Arena. Vi ses då.